Hey, I'm Chris.
And I'm Wayne.
Well, Wayne and I met the very first time at a Southside basketball game, and I walked up the bleachers, and I was with another friend of ours, and he said, "Hey, I want you to meet some of my friends," and they were a little bit rowdy.
We even had people didn't sit with us. I mean, there was 5 guys that sat up there in the stands, and we had a buffer zone around us.
Trying to connect with Wayne, I didn't want him to see me as like preacher boy.
Oh, never did.
And I wanted him to see that, one, I like basketball. Our relationship was about basketball and about getting to know each other's families.
But you never pressured me. You never one time said, hey, come to church, or, it was never like that. It was, hey, I'm here. You come to church. Be people there to support you. If you don't want to come to church, I don't want to pressure you. Because at that time, church was the farthest thing from what I thought I wanted. But I knew I had a good friend, because if I ever needed to reach out, I could call Chris or I could text Chris. He was always there to talk to. So it was a great relationship that I had with Chris as a friend that I think eventually brought me to come into church.
Well, and I remember another time you guys had gone through kind of a calling of sorts, of feeling like, hey, we feel called to adopt a child. And I remember writing a reference letter for you.
And I'd contacted Chris one evening. I called him and I said, hey, I've known you now for a while. We're pretty good friends. I said, I know you're the pastor of church. And this is even after the jar had started, I think. And I said, if you wouldn't mind, I said, me and Brenda's wanting to adopt a child. Could you write a letter of recommendation?
And then I remember too that after Jude was adopted and we were all excited and everybody was celebrating, and it wasn't too long after that he had some health issues. And
Jude got RSV virus, and we'd had him in the hospital for a week. People standing around talking were talking above me. I didn't understand what they were saying, so I felt like they was leaving me out of the conversation. So if you remember right, I called you. You came up right away. You was there within, a few minutes. And I said, Chris, do me a favor. And you said, what? I said, can you get Jen up here or somebody can explain to me what they're doing to my son and why? And I remember sitting in the hallway of the hospital, and I broke. Nobody would tell me how much of a chance he had. And I remember calling you and I asked you, I said, hey man, I said, I'm not really into this church thing that you got going on, but you're closer to the man than I am. Could you at least say a couple prayers for me? And I still believe to this day that there was something else there besides me and the doctors and my wife of why we have Jude. I'd have a hole in my life if Chris would have never came back to another game, or if he would have gave up on me and never done it. One, I don't even know if we'd have Jude, because you have to have them people in the community, and I don't know how it would have been. To be straight honest, to how my life would have changed, man, it could have really ended up bad. So yeah, I'm there. Chris is my brother. I love him like a brother. Man says he needs something, I'm coming. I'm on my way.